So please, open to the floor.
I think, Arvind, you have to unmute everybody and request everybody to talk one after the other if they have any questions.
Oh, sure. So now, Kit, please stop sharing the screen. So now everyone can mute him or herself and ask any question if they have in mind. And please be precise and don't repeat the questions, please.
Good evening, Kate. I'm Joseph with you. We just later in the evening in Cochin, India.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure's mine always. And if you're coming into Cochin as you're coming into MIT University in January, would love to meet you if you're coming into Cochin. Welcome to God's own country.
Please. We'll share details offline and sort everything out there, but please go ahead.
Yeah, you were talking about the AI going to become disruptive in the sense where, and would the governments have the financial ability to relocate people, to rebridge them to different sectors, to different segments? Whereas, as you said, as my father probably worked for 33 or 34 years in one company, I'm just around 40, and I've already been working with around 14 or 15 odd companies. And the future is definitely, we had a movie, if you remember, The Clear and Present Danger. But now this looks like the clear and fearful future awaits us. Because the living costs have gone up. It's not it's not just about the hospitals or the beds, because we are going to definitely live past the 70s and 80s and 90s. Food is going to be expensive. Education is going to be expensive. I am pretty sure probably in a decade or two, we would be all paying tax to breathe air and drink water.
This is this one where what we talked about at the beginning. We've seen the Hollywood movies and the doomsday scenarios. We have the people painting the picture that AI is going to be a nirvana and it's just going to happen instantly. If we look at humanity and us as people, you look at the historical trends, we know it's going to be somewhere in between. On the one hand, there is tremendous opportunity. It's one of the most dynamic, exciting, vibrant times that we are in. The opportunities are huge, but that's the heads of the coin. On the flip side of the coin, it depends how we manage this. And that's why the talk is about AI is something that has to be managed. Now, whether you run a 5-person manufacturing plant doing very simple manufacturing, whether you're the government faced with all of these challenges, we've tried to paint a picture of some of the things that we need to have conversations about. And we know that even at the 5-person assembly line, AI is coming. They're going to have to skill people up. They're going to have to manage the risk. They're going to have to put steps in place to make sure that they're not putting out rubbish and going to be on the end of a lawsuit. A 35,000 employee company has to do the same. Now, how it does it, the scale it does it at, the time, the tools, that's going to differ. But we know it needs to be done. We know governments will need to work through a lot of the things that we've done. Whether there's actually relocations in a given country, who knows? But the potential exists. Why? Because when we reformed agriculture, people had to be relocated off the land. Now, I know we can work over the internet and those sort of things, but I'll give you the classic example. Holland is probably the second biggest exporter of agricultural products. after the US. Not internal consumption, external consumption. It's got those massive factory warehouses where the robot plants, goes along the next day and says, hey, you need some nitrogen. I'll give you some nitrogen. Goes along, 10 days later, it harvests it, puts it on the truck, and the truck is driving up the high street of London, dropping off to 5 different greengrocers the next day. That is there now. It uses AI. It's coming and it's going to be applied more widely. That is causing people to relocate. Zoom did something funny. So, Joseph, does that answer your question?
Yes, in a very broad way, definitely. But then it's again like we had the agricultural revolution, so the industrial revolution, and now probably the real IT revolution. This is gonna come in. So probably with AI, it comes in totally in a different ball game.
Correct.
It just have to be which side of the coin you're gonna be.
That's right. And do you remember we said, like, will governments have to levy new taxes on products and services created by AI products? I'm not a fan of paying more tax.
Definitely neither me.
But as a society in a given country or in a given state, there may be a need to have that conversation, and those policies may be needed. We don't know if they're going to be, but this is just the sheer spectrum of opportunities that exists and business opportunities that are there in support of government.
It's just like bringing the iceberg back.
Yeah.
The AI iceberg. We just at the tip of it.
That's right. Joseph, lovely to talk to you. I'm not going to don't mean to be rude, but I'm just going to throw it open to some other questions. And
definitely.
Let's catch up offline.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Joseph. Anyone had a question?
If there are no questions, I want to let you know, Keith, that somebody from Uganda, a Rotarian from Uganda, says, nice one with a lot of takeaways for business. He is the CEO of a company called as Megawatt in Uganda. I don't know why he did not post it here, but then he wanted to send it to me separately. This was a nice one, is what I mean. This is what people feel. I will let anybody to ask any questions further. Otherwise, we will take it to Rajamohan for the to say thanks to everybody.
Yeah. So Sachin, what were you really at a posh hotel on the balcony in front of the Sydney Opera House?
I'm sorry, I did not get you.
Oh, the picture of there's a picture of somebody in front of the Sydney Opera
That
House.
was in 2014 when I came to Sydney. that was the Rotary International Convention I attended.
Childhood memories.
Hey, 10 years ago is not childhood, man.
So now move to Rajamohan. Please, Rajamohan, for concluding remarks.
Thank you very much, friends. Here is my impression about the meeting. The greatest fear and the biggest questions that we all have today is AI taking over, or rather overpowering the intellect of human beings? Is really a threat for most of us, because our understanding is also quite nascent at this stage. AI could be used for nefarious activities, and it's going to be a major challenge for us. It's time people started learning the risks associated with everything digital that they're going to deal with. We're already putting up with a lot of scam mails and scam calls, OTP issues and all that. So I'm sure we're going to be catching up with the AI also. And sessions like these from experts like Keith is going to really be an eye-opener for many of us. Looks like from drones to robotic dogs to chatbots and all sorts of application programs will definitely have AI embedded going forward. There'll be it looks like we're going to have a massive impact on the government policy. As you all know, all successful companies know exactly what the current policy of the government is if they have to survive. Otherwise, any size company, big or small, is going to go down if they are not going to follow the government policy. For example, we quickly adopted to the GDPR, and currently we are seeing the ongoing, carbon emission standards in which is being implemented in Europe in a big way. I'm sure AI legislation will also be taken up seriously going forward when all things, with the dust settles. So I've been in the IT industry for over 28 years now, and I used to attend a lot of conferences, and every time the big wigs, like Intel and Microsoft used to come and say that these are the changes expected in the next 2 years. We never used to believe. It happened every year, whenever they said, we never used to believe. And AI is one such thing that we've been hearing more often nowadays. There are still majority of the people who don't believe that it's going to happen, but it will hit us hard. Well, the good news here is that it will also create a lot of jobs, and that not all the jobs will vanish. As you rightly said, this has been the case always whenever it was the first world or the second world or the third world super industrialization. We've still had a growth in terms of the jobs. Only thing is that it shifted to a different domain altogether. Overall, Keith, it was so easy to follow. Your session was so easy. Your slides were so concise. You're such a great communicator. Every word spoken by you was so clear. The content delivered today, and you gave a great overview about what is going to come in the future in terms of AI. Keith, I feel that you're already part of this prestigious RMB fellowship, and I'm sure all the participants of this session will refer you for consultation and services wherever appropriate and whatever appropriate with respect to AI. I thank Bhargav, Rotarian Bhargav, for introducing you to us. I thank the board of RMB Fellowship, particularly Sachin and Arvind, for being here and really helping our members to get more knowledge about this latest subject. I thank each one of you participant for being here. It was wonderful knowing all of you. Thank you so much, Keith. We would like to have a much extensive session in the future. Thank you very much, Keith.
Thank you very much indeed. Can I just add one point?
Yeah.
Yes, that we've painted a picture and we tried to do the good and some of the challenges. Please don't walk away feeling negative, that sort of thing. Yes, there is uncertainty. One of humanity's greatest strengths is we navigate uncertainty. Yes, it may not be smooth, but we navigate uncertainty. And I just think there are just so many positive aspects to this that eventually they will outweigh the negative. Of course, the negative is there, but please walk out of here thinking about what can be achieved. What are the business opportunities that can be had, whether it's tax, whether it's financial services, whether it's doing audit for government on a 3-line defense model to assure the quality of AI outcomes. Please walk out feeling that there is so much to be realized. And thank you very much indeed for the comments. Yeah, Joseph, I've got your number. Thank you very much. I'll message you shortly.
Okay.
And yeah, if you would like another session like this, let me know. If you would like to do some more detailed themes, please work it through and just let me know how we can help you out.
Sure, Keith, that's very nice of you. We will connect with you once again. We may wish to go deeper into how to use the chat GPT, what are the alternates, how to try, deep fake. For example, I want to see Arvind Batra in Aishwarya Rai's dress, right? Something like that. So these are the things that we may want to know, understand, the options available. At the moment, when we say AI, we only know ChatGPT. There are many more. You also mentioned a few of them, but then we need to know deeper. We need to get deeper into it, and we will connect with you. Wish you a very happy Christmas and a great New Year.
Beautiful. And we'll share the slides and the recording shortly. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you so
all.
much.
Bye. Bye, sir.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.